Now, this is the first time being on a public road with my new motorcycle that I had just bought last week. Now, it was a big jump from riding in the back streets of my house to being on the main road, surrounded by other vehicles that are much larger, much heavier, much faster than I am. But it was a blast. This is my 2009 Suzuki Boulevard M50 that I had bought literally last Wednesday. At the time of this recording, it is September 19th, 2024. So I bought it literally a week ago. So it was roughly around like the 12th, 13th. I don't really remember. But one of the things I've been struggling a lot with as I've been riding is my shifting. And you'll probably see it on the recording. Just a lot of jerkiness back and forth. But I've been a lot better with it since I started riding, which I think is pretty natural. But I'm having a lot of fun riding this bike. I mean, I just decided one day that I really wanted to ride, that I thought it was worth at least exploring the marketplace, the Facebook marketplace. I initially was going to settle for a Vulcan, a newer Vulcan, so like one that was released the past few years. But I really wanted a real cruiser, and I knew that once I bought a Vulcan, that I would have to add all these things, like a Cobra pipes, saddlebags, all these different things onto them. And the Vulcan I was looking at wasn't even really it's a cruiser, but it's the Vulcan S, so it's like it's a lot more modern looking with modern heads up, modern HUD or dashboard or speedometer. My bad. But yeah, I decided that I wanted to go something a little bit more beefy, and this was a bike that caught my eye, was for a good price, and I just jumped on it. The guy I got it from was real nice, and I knew I needed it. I needed this bike. But yeah, I've had my license for about 2 years, but I haven't decided to actually get a bike until apparently last week. Well, it was actually a couple weeks ago when I decided I want to get a bike. It was last week when I actually bought one. But yeah, so I've been having fun. And now this truck coming across, I swear every time I drive home, especially in my car, this guy it's the same truck and he never stops. Ever. And almost no one does. They go from the right side where the gas station is all the way to the other side, which is a left turn into another gas station. It made no sense, and it's incredibly dangerous. But as you can see, I'm approaching this stoplight, and I'm going to be making a left turn. And this is about as much as I've done in the past. So I guess what I said earlier about the first time being on a public road is not entirely true, because I've been on this road before, but I've only been on this road for the portion that you've currently seen right now on this segment. Now I'm trying to get a fly out of my face because he keeps flying. He's trying to annoy me. Now I had a chance to push through this light, but I actually wanted a second to collect myself and figure out what I wanted to do. Now, I've never been a fan of speeding. I've never been a fan of running red lights. I didn't want to take the chance, especially on a bike that I just bought. So I said to collect myself, change some music a little bit. Now, today was within the 80s, so it was a little on the hotter side for what I was doing, I was hoping to do. But it was a lot of fun. I had a very sweaty back, but it was definitely, it was a lot of fun, regardless. And I think anything else I would bring up is this is the first part when I make this turn. It'll be coming up soon, where I actually felt like I really kind of connected with what I was doing. My shifting was faster. I was upshifting pretty well. I downshifted okay, and I started to understand a little bit about engine braking. A little bit. Now, I was worried that my engine braking was a little too aggressive, but I kind of realized that it was still slowing me down, and I was still keeping revs up where it should be while also not stalling. So I think whatever I was feeling was probably a little bit more paranoid than I needed to be. And right here is when I start actually getting the hang of it. And I'm still going pretty slow, But for me, this was actually pretty good. But the rest of the ride is just me getting home, and I cut out the part where I actually get home because I don't need people looking at where I live entirely. But no, like this was a blast, and having the speed kind of really affect me like I haven't before, and actually being able to smell the outdoors more than I've ever really, because I'm just having constant whiffs of just the landscape, the tar that I was smelling off of one of the trucks, the oil, all these different things. And it was just unique because I've never really had to do that before. Because if I've ever been on a bike, like a bicycle, you're not going 40 miles an hour. You're going like 10 at most. But for me, it was much less than that. And I was always in an area that was just, it smelled like home. I didn't really have a unique smell to that I could recognize. But I had new experiences today, and this was a very, very wonderful time. And if anyone ever considers getting a motorcycle, I think it is worth it, but do a lot of research. Really look into it, because if you're just getting something like this, which is a very dangerous machine, in the wrong hands, you just need to do your research. I mean, that's really all I have to say about it, because there's all kinds of facts into it. There's knowing your bike. There's also knowing the roads, knowing how people view motorcyclists, and it is just the lack of care most people give to us is insane, and it's dangerous. But that is the risk everyone takes when they get on their bike. And some people like the risk, and some people just like the speed. I'm not like a speed demon. I don't think I can go more than the speed limit by too much on this bike. Like, I'll go maybe 55 under 45 at most, and that's like pushing it for me. But I'm still far away from getting onto the highway. But I figured that I got pretty close today onto that speed, so I think I will get to experience that very, very soon. Now, I'll leave you guys to watch the rest of the video. Thank you for watching, and I'll have some more videos coming up whenever I start properly riding it. I don't want to keep uploading the same road over and over again, but if I get on the highway, great. If I don't, whatever. But I will at some point. I know I have some trips coming up that I want to take my motorcycle on, and it's been great. And I know I've been saying that a lot, but it is. It's very fun. Anyway, everyone, you take care. Leave a comment or like the video, whatever, or don't. I mean, it's up to you guys. I have no control over what you do, but it lets me know that you actually like what you see and that I should keep making more of it. If you got any recommendations for how I should do better at riding, please leave a note and leave a comment or something, because I want to get better. I want to be the best rider I can be. I don't want to be dangerous. I don't want to be risky to be around. I just want to have a fun time. So feel free to leave a comment. Anyway, you take care, guys. All of you. Have a good day.